Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're having a lovely day wherever you are in this crazy world. And hopefully you are having a much better day than David and Jenelle Eason out there on the land. And they are out there working their fucking asses off for one time in their lives, working. Because they are now at war with the riches. It is the Easons versus the Riches, and they are trying to take each other on, and it is entertaining to watch. But it's very much so gotten away from what the main issue was, which was Jace, and Jace running away. Now, the issue and the focus is on Jenelle and David, and the fact that David is a horrible husband, which, you know, we already knew he was a horrible father, horrible person. Now he's a horrible husband in more ways than one. He cheats. I don't care if anything was physical or whatever. You messaging and texting and sending pictures to your ex-wife, no less, is cheating. And that is what actually made Jenelle move. That is what actually made Jenelle angry. That is what actually made Jenelle decide she's going to war with the Riches. Now the Riches, they're playing game too, because we know that Whitney has at least, I'm pretty sure she's been selling her texts with her and David to the Sun, rightfully so. Why not make a bag off of their foolishness? So she's been selling their text messages, I think, in hopes that she was thinking Jenelle would leave David, because here he is talking mad shit about you behind your back, trying to use your money to buy birthday gifts for his ex, sending pictures of your bedroom to his ex. So possibly Whitney thought that that was going to make Jenelle finally leave. Nope. We thought that for exactly a effing day. One day, because David changed his profile picture to him and Inslee, and Jenelle stopped following David. But now, right after that, he pops back up in a TikTok where they're taking the kids to a field trip in Alligator Land or whatever. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. He should be around kids. No kids at all, because you have a charge for CA. How is it possible for you to have a charge for CA but still be able to be around children? I don't care if they're your own children or whatever. I just don't understand that. How do you get a charge for CAing another child, but they think that it's okay for other children to be in your vicinity? These laws are just so effing whacked, you guys. Like, it's so whacked. But they're at war. The Riches and the Easons. They're out there working on the land like they ain't never worked before, because now they really have to make some dough, because Jenelle still has her court cases and custody cases with Barbara and Jace. David has his CA charge. Legal fees are not cheap. Lawyers are not cheap. Retainers are not cheap. So now they gotta work. So I get on Twitter today, and I like this account that I follow. I have to remember the name. I'll post it. And Jenelle is working real heavy. Okay, so first off, we've gotten all these articles from JE staff from JenelleEvans.com. All these exclusive articles that are basically in response to the Sun's articles exposing all their shit via Whitney and Shane. Rich. So now she's writing all these articles talking about, is the JE staff, honey, please, that's you and David up on your computers all effing night, scouring the internet, trying to get information, paying for court documents, making up court documents, allegedly, doing all types of things to get revenge at Whitney and Shane, because they let the world know how fucking ignorant y'all truly are. Like, we already knew, but for real, now we really know. And the fact that Jenelle is still hanging on to this bullshit after everything the Sun has released, after everything Whitney let us know about how David does not give a fuck about Jenelle, and she's still there, yeah, ignorant as hell. So they got their articles going on. They've got JanelleEvans.com going on. And now she's setting up for a big OF release. I think that the tweet says that she's going to be doing it tonight. And I'm sure she's hoping to make some big bucks off of that to pay off some legal fees, because her man, who is grown as hell and able fucking bodied, refuses to get an effing job. He would rather leech off of her, cause her all types of issues and stress, and then leech off of her and not get a job on top of everything else. It's just the saddest situation between these two. They look so fucking dumb. And I honestly, I want to say I feel bad for Jenelle. And as soon as I start getting a little bit of sympathy, I'm like, no. Because this whole time, she should have been done something about her, this situation with Dave. It's just a mess. It's honestly a mess. And we have these two couples who are now trying to duel in the headlines to see who can expose the other the worst. One who is going to an actual publication, verified publication, is getting paid for it via the Sun, and another who has decided just to make their own site and make their own publication and put out the articles literally handwritten by their own hands. Like, there's nobody else other than David and Jenelle writing these articles. J.E. Staff, who is J.E. Staff? So it's kind of, in a way, like, it's crazy because we're talking about all of this, and like, you can admit it's entertaining, and you feel like it's a car crash, you can't look away. It's an absolute fucking mess. We know these people from Teen Mom, and I'm just like, I feel like we're losing the fact that this all started because of Jace running away for 3 times in like a 2-month span, okay? And now, thankfully, he seems to be okay with Barbara. Hopefully that's where he is and where he's going to stay. I see that Jenelle is doing some stuff. I mean, I haven't seen David on anything since she posted that video at the alligator park. And then she posted another one. They went somewhere, another day, another field trip. This looks like the aquarium. And I don't see David. Let me look at the comments. So hopefully David just was not there. So that was yesterday's. And then today she posted like a little get ready with me with Inslee. They're doing their makeup and stuff. But I will say, looking in Janelle's eyes, I'm like, maybe it's because she doesn't have any makeup on. I don't know. But I partake. So I'm not even gonna fucking, I partake in whatever. So no judgment, but I just feel like when I'm looking at her eyes, there's nothing behind them, and she looks, I don't know, like that smile didn't reach like her eyes. Like, it just, there's something there. There's a sadness. I don't want to say that she's on something, but there's something with the eyes. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, there's so many kids involved in this situation, and I just feel like they need to take precedent. Meanwhile, they're on the land writing fucking articles to try to get back at the Riches, who have also made a YouTube account where they have released full audio of David calling and threatening them pretty much, and calling Whitney like a whore and all types of vulgarities, like he's gonna do something, like outwardly threatening him. And it's just released the whole thing, not censored, and it's just like, David is a crazed maniac. And at the end of the day, I definitely think that something's going on with Jenelle. Like, I think she may be a little bit scared because this man is, he just like flies off at it. Like, it's just, so quick, you know what I mean? And in every scene we see David in on the show, there's conflict. How is it that every time you show up on the camera, it's for a conflict? You know, and then we heard she's literally put out in court documents about how this man is dangerous and all the ammunition and guns he has. This man is scary. And like in the audios and stuff, he does this thing where he likes to act all big and bad. And he likes to, as a black woman, I know what this means when he's like, boy, 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 like you calling a man a boy. Y'all know when that was done and what it was done for. You're trying to emasculate him. You're trying to make him feel this small, try to puff yourself up like you're something. You're not shit. Hold on. Anyway, David is just like the worst kind of person. Like he really is. And with the Riches and the Easons trying to duel in the headlines, it's like, first of all, Whitney came out with text messages about your man, David, fucking around and texting her and literally betraying you, and like, just come on, dude. Just trash. And that is what came out, right? Why not focus on that? Now you're trying to bring out, oh, she's on drugs, oh, all these court cases, this, that, and the other, because she told you what your man was doing behind your back. She was trying to help you out. And you're gonna come and make a whole website and spend your evenings writing articles, paying for court documents, allegedly, and sitting up and trying to expose somebody for the literal same things you are known for doing. You are known for doing yourself. Like, how is she not seeing what we all see? It's like so stupid. Okay, so she did drugs. Did you not do drugs? Okay, so she got her kids taken away in an emergency. Did you not get your kids taken away in an emergency? Like, how are you... Like, how does that work, Jenelle? Like, it's so confusing. It's so confusing. And you have this man who looks terrifying, has done horrific things, and now he's touting around an AR-15 in this picture. He has a Confederate flag on the shoulder of this shirt and like the skull. That's your man. Like that's your, he is like the stereotypical, oh my God, like I cannot even imagine. Like, that's what you roll with. So the dueling headlines. The Sun comes out, armed and dangerous. Teen mom Jenelle Evans claims David Eason has ammunition, explosives, and guns, including an AR-15 and scary court documents. So all the Sun is doing is releasing information that she put out in court documents. These are your own words. You exposed him yourself. Why are you upset that this, like, I don't get it. Like, it's so confusing. So then she writes an article out against the Riches, an exclusive. David Eason breaks silence about ex-wife and felon husband. So because you had an article out on the same day about you having ammunitions and about how scary you are in the Sun, you then have to make an article about Shane and Whitney and their legal issues. Like, you literally, it's mind-boggling. They're on something, allegedly, out there on the fucking land. They need to search it. They need to search the land. Like, they're out there using some shit. Like, her eyes in that video with Inslee, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, she looked zooted. The Sun says, in Jenelle's own words, in 2019, literally a few years ago, like, kind of hella recent for this type of shit, Whitney, 33 years old, was raped. 33 years old. 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 33 years o an order of protection, which are being fully revealed for the first time by the U.S. Sun. The former Teen Mom 2 star begged a local court doc to protect her and her 3 children from David while detailing his arsenal of deadly weapons. Like, the dude is just, he can snap at any moment. Like, he's not right up here. Like, and then to have, I would never want to be anywhere around this man. That is why MTV, like, cut ties. Like, he is a literal liability. You don't know what the fuck this man's gonna do. In a lengthy statement on the court filings, Jenelle stated, "I married David on September 23rd of 2017. Since then, he has been abusive and violent. Since then," meaning starting then and all the way up to towards me. "Because of this behavior, I want to leave him." So what did he do, Jenelle? What did he do to show that he was worthy of coming back into the fold of, like, y'all having a marriage and being back in the family home and having the kids, when just in 2019 he's this hella abusive and violent man and you wanted to leave him? Like, what is going on? It's concerning, and that is why I feel like the kids, in my opinion, don't need to be there, because there's something happening. This man has not all of a sudden changed his stripes. We know he hasn't, to the point where he's no longer abusive and violent. Ugh. As he has realized this over the past couple of days, he has escalated his threats. We just heard him on a phone call threatening Shane and his ex. Like, threatening, like, bodily harm. Like, although we previously lived together in North Carolina, my children and I moved to Nashville earlier this week. David does not currently know where I am, so, like, you're in hiding because you're concerned about your well-being and your livelihood and your children. But that was 2019. It was 2023. It's mind-boggling. Like, this is why poor Jace wants nothing to do with them and the land. I can only imagine the shit truly going down. Like, holy crap. But once he so she says, "David does not currently know where I am, but once he learns, I'm afraid he will try to come and find me and hurt me." What the fuck? That was 2019. Let me make sure that, in Janelle's own words, in 2019, it's 2023. What are you fucking doing? This is so wild. I hadn't seen this. She continued, "Because of his recent threats, his history of violence, his erratic behavior, and large stockpile of weapons." A stockpile? I know they're into, like, this whole end of the world and trying to, like, make sure you have everything in case the apocalypse happens and all of that, whatever, which I think heavily comes from the influence of David, because he really, at the end of the day, he's a small, paranoid, terrified little boy. Like, ugh. And he's trying to, like, oh God, he is just so This is bad. "I'm scared for my life and the life of my children and my children's well-being." Oh my God. How do you write those words to a court of law, begging for an order of protection in 2019? She says she is scared for her life and the life of her kids, and you have 2 of them living in... Wow. I have provided below details and documents in some of his past incidents of verbal and physical abuse, property damage, animal abuse, and most recent threats of violence against me. These are not even all of the events that have happened, but they provide context of why I am afraid. Wow. She provided 11 jarring instances for which she was pleading the court to protect her from David. I've put them in chronological order below, and the dates are the best of my estimate of what I can imagine. And it goes through the fucking details of all this fucking shit that David's done. I'm not about to read it all out loud because I feel like I'll get, like, I just don't. I don't want to read that. I can get the gist of it. I understand that he's a horrible, horrible man. From just, and she's given all of this long ass fucking article, 11 instances, and none of that is enough for him, for her to leave. This crazed man. And she's out there in the middle of effing nowhere on the land with this man. I think she's, and this is the thing, I try, as soon as I get fucking empathy, because I truly feel like this man is crazy, I'm like, I don't fucking know. There's something very, very wrong for you to have gone and said all of this in 2019, that you're scared for your life and your children and their well-being and all y'all's well-being, but then you go back to living with this man, and then even when you hear that he's messaging his ex-wife about how he wants to be with her and sending pictures of your poor housekeeping and wanting to get birthday, all of these fucking things, and then you then proceed to turn around and write an article about her and her husband. He's got her fucked, like fucked in here. And I know Jenelle has struggled since the beginnings of when we've seen her on Teen Mom, but there is something wrong. They need to check the land. They need to go out there with the drug sniffing dogs. They need to check the fucking land. Something's not right with him. And I think that he does scare her. I do think he does scare her. I'd be scared of that man. I would never want to be anywhere near the likes of David Eason. Nowhere near. I'm not even going to really hash into the JE staff exclusive, because we know it's a whole rack of fucking bullshit that they've contrived and put together. The headline, exclusive, David Eason breaks silence about ex-wife and felon husband. And then there's a picture of him and Marissa. Like, oh, he's this great family man. He looks terrifying. Ugh. Disgusting. And then to start off, singer, songwriter, and rapper. In what world? In what reality? Are we on the same planet? Are we on the same plane, the same matrix, the same whatever the fuck? Singer, songwriter, and rapper David Eason? Boy, you know you fucking lying. This is some... And then is known for being married to Jenelle Evans, in parentheses Eason. Oh my God. They both have a huge past and very interesting life. Holy motherfucking shit. Like, this is like the writing of a middle schooler. Oh my God. Like, so then they just go through shit about Shane and Whitney that it's just like, y'all have literally done the same exact fucking things, and you're mad that the Sun put out a whole list that you compiled. You compiled this list, Jenelle. You're mad the Sun put out a fucking list of bullshit that David has done that you compiled, and now they got it and released it, so then you want to release shit about. It makes no sense. It's not taking any attention away from what the fuck we just read. That you you compiled, girl. I've exhausted myself with this. Like, I just really don't understand. But I know she needs some money, so I hope her OnlyFans thing goes well with her release, because she needs the cash. If not for even like just the kids, you know, taking care of the kids, maybe it will help with that. But she, like, this is just, and the fact that this man refuses to work and is going to allow her to do this, but refuses to fucking work. The worst kind of man. Literally the worst kind of man. But I'm done. I'm done from here. I will see you guys, and then I'm just completely flabbergasted. Like, I'm so concerned for those kids. Like, this, reading her say that like she was concerned for the well-being of her and her, you know, her kids, just back in 2019, 2020, 2001, 2002, like 4, 5 years, like, in your back. I hope that she's distanced herself from him at this point. Maybe she, you know, we saw the video of him come with when they were at the alligator farm, whatever the fuck. Maybe it's sinking in more and they're not together. Who fucking knows? But either way, it's scary that they're out there on that land in the middle of fucking nowhere with a crazed man with a whole bunch of fucking ammunition. That's scary. So I will say everything that I've said is my opinion, allegedly, so all that good stuff. Simply my opinion of how I feel about what I have been seen be put out into public. So ain't nobody coming for me. But it's a sad situation. But I'll see you guys in another video, and we'll go from there. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.